Trevor, can you hear me? Can you hear me, buddy? I heard some classical guitar.
Sound check, sound check.
I can hear you now.
Good stuff.
I've got some loud music happening here.
Resolved.
Well, so they're just warming up. They're not in a match, it looks like. So we got a little bit of time to figure this out. Can you hear that music, Trevor?
Yeah, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna put myself on mute till I get there.
Okay.
Sound check, sound check. Your microphone says mute, but I can hear you for some reason. You might want to refresh.
That's crazy.
I could hear you briefly before you muted yourself. All right, coming to you from 128th Sports Bar in Everett, Washington, we got AMAN SUNAR against John BOLDMAN. We're going to have a great matchup here tonight. It's going to be 10 ball, race to 11, winner break. We'll have lag starting here in a couple of minutes while the players are warming up and we're getting ready to lag time. I'll go over the questionnaires real quickly. John first is a 629 Fargo. He started playing pool when he was 8 years old. His homeroom in preferred table size is Danny's at Midway in Marysville on a 9-foot table. He's playing with a Paul Allers and a Mezignite shaft. He does not have a favorite game. He likes all of them equally. His least favorite shot is tree topped over a ball or against a rail. And for his biggest win or favorite pool achievement, he says all of them. Even losing, learning the game is winning. I think that's a great mindset to have as we're all progressing in this game. His favorite pool player is Allison Fisher. And his celebratory meal after winning is prime rib with garlic mashed potatoes. Switch over to AMAN here. He has a nickname, as we'll see on the back of his shirt, a monster, because he plays very, very strong. He is a 6'18 Fargo. He started playing pool in 2021. His homeroom and table size is at Mount Lake Terrace on a 9-foot table. And he plays with a curly wood shaft with a smoky butt. Preferred game is 10 ball. He has slow roll listed down as his least favorite shot. His biggest pool achievement is taking first in the BCA Platinum Singles Division last year. He got inspired by pool by his brother. He has other hobbies of dancing, volleyball, carom board, and he says his favorite pool player is all of his pool buddies. And his favorite celebratory meal is a good dish from an Indian restaurant. Looks like we're about ready to get started here. Looks like John won the leg. A little bit of heads up on this table. I've played on this table. The pockets are tight. I think they're just a fuzz over 4 inches. Table plays really nice here. Randy's room here, 128th. If you're looking for some 9-foot table action, it is the spot to go in the Everett area. Had a lot of fun hanging out.
Trevor,
Check out.
how's it going?
Doing good, Zach. How are you doing? How's the Monday
Doing
treat?
well, man. Monday's good. I had a fun day at work today. Got off fairly early. Went to Easy Orchards. I got a bunch of fruit. So it's nice. It's hot out, you know.
It is hot. What's the temperature like where you're at today?
I think it's 92 right now. 78. Okay. Wow. Never mind. It'll be 92 tomorrow, though.
Yeah, it was 104 here yesterday. I got used to Seattle temperatures, and I'm not acclimating quickly coming back here. There's a little testament to
Yeah.
those tight pockets, and Amon also saying he doesn't care much for the slow roll. So all of that added up into making that one bowl particularly tough. So far, I
So
got
this is
0 balls on the break. I think we're gonna have a pretty low ball on break count with as tight as these pockets are.
I'm gonna guess 13.
13 in total.
13.
All right. I'm gonna go with 16.
Okay. So this is in Everett. I would like to go play here in a month.
Yeah, it's actually gonna be pretty close to where the Don Weir is gonna be happening at Golden Fleece. Just a hop, skip, and a jump.
Sweet.
Got some pretty awkward table here. The 7 ball where it ends out, and at 9-2, there is no early 10. So even if he calls this 10 ball here, it's gonna just get respotted. Patrick's guess is 12 in the chat. He's doing the opposite of the Price is Right on you. He's going one below.
The price is wrong.
The price is wrong, Bob. Think we're gonna see it go airborne here. I haven't seen
Yeah,
him
I
on.
mean, every single ball is on the lower half of the table as well. There is nothing up table. Did he just delete what I was just about to read?
Yep. Yeah. But
Oh, I hate that. I
yeah,
didn't know you could do that. Does he have special YouTube privileges?
yeah, he has don't want to upset Zach privileges. No,
Man,
there's just so you know, there's only 9-foot tables in this room.
that's why I want to go.
Oh.
I want to try. We have one 9-foot diamond here in Salem. It's at Colby's, which is actually a hop, skip, and a jump away from my house. Patrick, listen, Linda, I'm playing really bad on the toy tables right now, so I think I just need to play on a real pool table.
Hey, Edward, welcome. Getting to see a safety rack in the first opener here because everything's been tied up and safety battle has ensued. 2 railing at this? I don't get to have my normal color because I shared it with Zach and he commandeered it. It's my guesstimate to a line. Gotta redraw it.
Ooh, that was close.
That was very close.
Very close. I want to see a replay on that. Take another peek here. It's hard to
Yeah.
tell when it's good or bad on YouTube. Sometimes you can really tell, and sometimes you just can't. I think that hit the 9 first.
Yeah, it looks like Juan maybe going over and saying he wants to look at the replay as well
Yeah.
because
It definitely hit the 9 first. Let me look at it one more time. Because it doesn't. The 9 looks closer to the 2. Yeah. Well, they're going to play it.
yeah, they are going to play it out.
And look one more time before I forget about it.
I mean, the 2 led to natural position, so I mean it's kind of a little bit of a moot point. Yeah, we're going to see quite a few missed balls tonight because these pockets are very tight. And if you think you can do better, I suggest you go to 128th and jump on table 7 and give it your best shot. I've played on it and it makes you play a little tighter in the elbow just because it's not very forgiving. You see a lot of rattled balls getting spit back out. This will be the first time that I've been able to do this, where we have a
Ooh.
ability to change a camera angle. This is going to be a 1 pocket table, so this angle here and being able to switch back and forth is really handy for 1 pocket especially, and just adds a little bit for if you're commentating to be able to look at different angles. Sometimes it's hard with just one view.
Are there only 2 camera angles?
There are just 2, yeah.
All right. So no overhead.
Not yet.
So Aman is going to have to play this really nice, really smooth. I think the shape is kind of there. If you can pot the 7.
Nice shot.
Yeah.
Made it look easy, but we all know that shot can get away from you real easily.
Yeah.
Let's say he's gonna coming off the second rail at this angle here. He did better than I drew. Now, I really enjoy both of these guys. Very, very competitive, developed their game to a high level. I've seen both of them play absolutely lights out. I have
Yeah,
ran
I
into.
don't.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I don't know John, but I know Aman just came off a win at the Trifecta over at Scratch in Fife.
Yeah, I mean, I've ran into Amon at several different tournaments. He gets around the Seattle area pretty well. I was reading the chat when you spoke there, Patrick, mentioning that this is the first EvoSports venue with multiple camera setups. Edward, no, this is not my home area. My home area is Medford, Oregon, but I do travel close to 50% of my waking hours, and I have played on this table when we were setting it up. Got to play some 1 pocket with the great Randy Comentigi, and he whipped me. All right, for the second break, the count
A
is
lot of
still
action on that cue ball.
a lot of action on the cue ball, and this table is gonna break tough. With those side pockets are no joke. So those 2 wing balls are gonna be difficult to get mapped out.
John's kind of taking a peek at C to B as a window. right here, I mean, really, that's all you have to get shape on this two ball. I think I may be playing safe here if the window is that small.
Yeah, I don't think you can see through there.
I don't. Uh,
Let's switch camera angles because we can. Yeah, from this angle, it's even harder to see, and I just don't think it's
oh, maybe that's
maybe
very
there's
close.
maybe enough to catch the far left. I don't think the potting angle's on, but we're about to find out.
It was a
Create
good
some
shot there. If that's
distance.
what he was intending. What do you play a stop shot right here? Trying to leave the cue ball there and send the two up in this area is an option.
I like getting it a little wider and trying to stick the cue ball on the bottom of the four there with a little bit of top. It's a little easier to control. But if you don't get into the four, you can have this result where it could sell out a side pocket. I think pretty sure that sells out the side pocket. If not, a small jump is probably in order. So, what'd you think about the mini Mosconi this weekend? Did you feel some nerves?
Oh, dude, yeah, 100%. I mean, I was playing with, I mean, everybody other than me and Nicole were over 600 in that event, and I don't know what it was, man, but definitely felt some nerves,
I think,
which is weird because we played that one rack before I left, and I didn't feel any nerves. So I thought that would be good, going into the match, but they came back.
yeah. Well, and I think, ooh, this is going to be a little bit short. I think you can see an edge of it, but not enough to pot it. Yeah, I think that's one thing that will be cool to see if this, how this show develops. We're hoping it to give the opportunity to players to be able to match up with an audience because I think that was a part of the nerves that I felt is playing on a team, playing, high level pool, short races to four on a stream where people are talking about what you're doing and people are watching. It it brings a different dynamic. And one of
Right.
the conversations that came up quite a bit amongst the players because we were all hanging out in the patio and in the living room in between matches because we were trying to keep the room available for just who was playing. And one of the discussions was the seasoning. And it's kind of been on my mind since then of like being in competition where you're feeling nerves. It can be your first night at league, it can be a big tournament that you've been looking forward to. It can just be a money match like this, like whatever it takes to get those juices flowing, so to speak, and see how you perform when the elbow's a little bit stiff.
Right. I played there before. I remember because Ed's saying in the chat playing there also, you don't realize how quiet it is in there when you're by yourself and just your opponent. And like Trevor was saying, yeah, I mean everybody was, outside on the patio and in the living room, kind of sweating the match from the TV, and then the players are just in there by themselves and it's quiet. I mean, occasionally you'll hear Jesse and Stephanie laughing, but I mean, for the most part, I mean it's quiet, right? And you know that both teams are in the other room watching. You know that I mean, on that stream, there were about 100 people watching. I had a match against somebody, and right before we walked in, they said 100 viewers, and I'm not saying that person was wrong for doing that because I knew, right? Like, I knew that there were that many people watching. So nerves settle in. You don't want to make any mistakes. You play kind of careful. I think I was playing, I mean, to be honest, I think I was playing a little afraid. Um, and I don't typically play the best when that's the case.
Yeah, I don't think many people do. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
unless you're just constantly in that state where you're accustomed to that sensation of tension. like it's something I think that doesn't ever fully go away. Like the length of time that you may feel it may be like just before your match or like the first rack of the match, or it could be something that you feel for the entire match and you're gonna have to negotiate those nerves, the tension, the handshaking a little bit, like whatever it is that you're feeling, you kind of have to have a an idea of what to expect, not being surprised by it, and like also like a process to develop how you're gonna play. Like one thing that I did is I tried slow rolling a shot early on with those nerves, and like it did not go well. And I was like, all right, slow roll is out of my my wheelhouse now. I gotta, move my cue ball a little bit more, put a little bit more pace on the stroke so that way there's some more confidence there. And that actually helped kind of get those nerves out, like, finding shots where I could hit the ball with a little bit more pace without really risking anything and just kind of letting those emotions get out in those bigger strokes and the break and different things. It's just interesting because I mean, like some people never feel emotions in pool and it's easy, but then like I don't feel them very often, but like playing a team event, like I'm playing for a group of my peers, friends, and I want to perform well. So I'm overthinking a little bit more than I normally do, and that adds to that dynamic of tougher to be comfortable. Well, we're at
Right.
3 breaks and 0 balls. Amon has cleaned up 2 racks to get a 2-0 lead so far. We got lots of match left.
Yeah, I remember I remember sitting in the living room and then you coming out just after one of your matches saying that, right? Saying that you're done slow rolling. And I was like, well, I'm probably going to still slow roll the ball if I need to. I'm just going to take extra care. And there were a couple shots that I took that I slow rolled and I didn't take extra care, but I ended up missing them too. And there's something to be said too about because I only played twice, right? I played a singles match and then I played a scotch match, but they're races to 4 and it's so short, right? Like this is a race to 11. You have a little bit of time to kind of get comfortable in the beginning and find your stroke and kind of get lost in the game, right? But quick races to 4, I mean, it's tough. It's difficult.
Yeah. And when you know that it just takes like 1 or 2 errors to cost you that entire point or that match or the race to 4, like that adds to that tension. Wow.
Ooh, watch out, side pocket. Oh my god, what a
Wow.
great shot by Amon. And the cue ball finds the side pocket. So John's gonna have ball in hand here. I'm trying to locate the 3. I think we have the 6 and the 7, so I think it'll be the 2 to the 4. Oh, this is the 3.
Yeah, Patrick in the chat saying like tension is always a part of the game. It doesn't really go away for most players, but you got to find a way to channel it into a deeper focus. And like, yeah, it's a comfortability thing. Like if you're like, oh, when I'm feeling it, that's when I really lock in, and you train yourself to be locked in and to think about things. You can find comfortability when the pressure's on.
Right. Yeah, and shout out to Bad Boys. It was a great match, and I noticed a lot of them playing very confident the whole way through. So
Yeah,
sometimes that's what it takes.
yeah. Nicole hit, I think, the greatest stroke shot of the entire matchup against you with that 8 ball that was up table against the rail, almost dead.
Oh, oh yeah,
Ball was up against the rail and just laid down a bunch of top and got it all the way back up. Like hit it absolutely pure.
yeah. Nicole was playing very, very confident, especially in the Scotch match towards the end.
Yeah,
I mean, when you're playing alongside a guy like Brookman as well. I mean, John hit that a little wide, so it's going to give Amara another shot here at the table. I believe the 6 passes the 10. Yeah, it's got the whole pocket. So I think the 6 to the 7 is the shot here.
for this rack for sure. Thanks, Edward. We gave it our best. It wasn't necessarily the best we could do. I think every one of us on our team had moments of, feeling that pressure and kind of dogging some shots that we really wish we could have back. This is going to get really challenging for Amon.
Well, this is an opportunity here. One of those stroke shots we were just talking about. I mean, if you're going to go offensive here,
Up over the 7 too. Woof.
I know, dude. I mean, I don't really see safe. I mean, if you can get the cue ball here, but that's a
He's,
lot to ask for.
he's elevating up a lit, man. You got to hit this absolutely perfect. Oh
Oh,
my gosh. Oh my.
that shot right there lives up to the name on the back of his shirt. That was a monster shot.
Indeed. I don't
Dang.
care who you are in the world, that shot is no joke.
I think he's gonna bounce off the rail a little bit so he can get underneath. He can dig a little bit here on this 8-ball.
Yeah, stunning.
What a
Draw.
shot, man.
That was such a great shot on that 6-ball. Oh,
And what were you saying earlier about how tight these pockets are?
these pockets are incredibly tight. And so,
9-foot table, tight pockets, full table shot, stroke shot, hiked up over a ball.
let's take a look at. Oh, yeah, he's got plenty of rail to work with on this 8-ball. Should be able to go straight across and come back for the 9. Ouch. And that's the other thing is like, if you're not used to playing on tight pockets and then you add a stream and, some money to the mix, it can really add even more tension to the game because, like, you can't just hit this ball at the pocket and hope it goes. It's got to be hit really, really well. This is not new felt, so like there's not a lot of sliding of the ball into the pocket. You got to play it confident. Amon getting a 3-0 head start, getting started here. Still lots of match to happen. This is a winner break format. No early 10s if you're just tuning in. 3 foul is in effect. So far, we've had 3 breaks and 0 balls made on the break. If you have a guess of how many balls you think are going to get made in this match, go ahead and throw it up in the chat. So far, we've got Zach at 13, me at 16, and Patrick threw out 12.
I mean, so far it's looking like the price is gonna be right with Patrick.
I have a feeling these guys are going to get dialed into the break and start making balls here before too long.
One thing I liked about that Moscone format was that they had in the format the 9-ball on the spot, and I've never played that format ever. So I was, I had to work on that break a little bit, which kind of got me outside of the game, and it's kind of fun. I kind of like playing 9 on the spot.
Didn't they switch that into BCA? That's BCA rules on the box now, is that 9 has to be on the spot?
Wait, what?
I believe it. Unless somebody in the chat knows otherwise, I think like 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, they changed that rule.
Really? Is a Western BCA adopting to that rule?
That would be a good question. I think all BCA is going to, which I really
Wow.
like it just because like that wing ball is so guaranteed with a magic rack from so
Oh
many
yeah,
different
100%. I
places.
mean, you got to do some work to make a ball. I mean, anybody can crack a rack, right? And like a ball maybe falls in, but to control getting a ball in, I mean, really the shot is the cut break, getting the one in the side, and it took me a little bit of work to like get that break down.
Well, we're 4 for 4 of dry breaks. No look at the 1.
Who won the lag?
John won the leg. He broke first, but then it's been winner break format from there. And obviously, AMAN has won those 3 games, so he's now broken 3 times. Yeah, I think pushing out to like right here. Maybe a little bit further over.
Yeah, and I think that with that 9 ball kind of sitting in the pocket, I think if you have a look at the full 1, I think you're going to be taking the shot.
Patrick in the chat says he put a sweat bet on AMAN because he says these pockets are buckets to him. Well, it's not going to relinquish too much of the table. I think coming off the left-hand side of the cue ball is going to be tough for avoiding that side pocket point. Like, it's doable, but I think we're likely to see the cue ball kind of dragging up table, letting the 1 kind of come along this line would be most ideal.
Okay, well, the cue ball followed your line. It was a
I think,
great shot.
yeah, it was a really nice shot. Switch. Do not think its switch is there. I'm going to switch camera views back over to the table, see what. Gonna see a jump 1-9 combo likely.
I think he's Oh, is that a short stick? Yeah. It almost looks like his player cue.
It does look like it's playing
Playing
cue.
with a keelwood shaft.
This back cut get John rolling. It's not easy. Uses all of the pocket, but gets it in. Gets somewhat of position on the 2. The cue ball is going to be going pretty wide.
I think he can. I play this shot where I think you can kind of throw the 2 in a little bit and come back and forth. It's a little
With
bit of inside
inside.
English. I think he has a good angle for a shot like that.
Did not get hooked by the 6. Was able to negotiate around it. Get a look at the 3. I think you got to put a little draw to get above the 8. It's a really sweet. Look out, 5 ball. Don't think the 5 ball impedes. John battling this rack to get onto the board, stop the bleeding. Couple of shots here still that are going to be requiring some real precision. This is one of them.
I think just natural shape here for the 7. Send the cue ball down this way.
Yeah, but being on a 9-footer, let's switch and see how much. Nah, I'm gonna wait because he's just getting down the ball. There's a lot of felt on this shot to a very small blind pocket. Got to hit it good. You know, little full, but it's gonna get partially hooked. No, he's got the bank
You think
potential.
Amon's gonna? I think he's gonna fire it. Yep, called the side.
Draw it straight back. I think it's almost straight in. Gets it down is going to be a long reach for the 7. Amon does have the ability to switch hands, but I don't think it's going to make. I think he's playing safe here. It's a lot of felt compared to what we're used to looking at on stream. It's 8.5 feet away. It's gonna set up pretty sweet for Amon as far as having an available pocket. We'll have to see if he's got any angle there, if he wants to draw straight back and play the 8 on the other side. It looks really straight in. This one's a little bit risky just because if you catch the rail or the right-hand side, the 8 ball is going to be kind of tracking to the right side of the pocket. So yeah, running his cue ball back over there was a nice move. Play that too soft and get no reward for making the combo. Here's another example of him switching hands and being able to play left and right-handed. It's so weird to watch a player be able to that comfortably switch between each hand, and I believe he is a dominant right-handed player, but I've seen him stroke the ball quite well left-handed. With that tough 10, Mon's jumping out to a 4-0 lead. Well, you got any other events that you're running or gonna be playing in coming up soon?
Yeah, I have a date in September. I'm gonna run a Scotch tournament and a mini Mosconi. I'm gonna hash out the details soon. But I was speaking with Secret when I was playing in her event over in Fife, and I jokingly said, because we were kind of discussing events and stuff like that, so we don't really stack events on the same weekend, and I jokingly said we do a trifecta Scotch, and she loved the idea and was like, "You should absolutely do a trifecta Scotch."
Explain to me what a trifecta is. Is that like 8, 9, and
So
10?
yeah, so I believe Secret created this format. It was when I played. Oh
Oh,
boy.
oh
So
boy.
miscue on the break. So there is also another dry break. It's going to be ball in hand for John. The one ball is way up table though, so I don't think we're going to be seeing a 3-foul attempt just yet.
We could.
I
Could
think
play
he's going to have to play the. Oh, okay, yeah, send the one up into that. Ooh,
and then leave the
yeah,
cue ball right
create.
behind the 9.
That's creating. Um, I like that shot actually.
I mean, like if the 4 ball was open, you might consider going for the run out, but John may be
Yeah, I don't
looking
know
to
what the deal is with that 4. If you're going for the run out here.
he could get the cue ball into this area to be pretty straight in on that 3 on the side, and then play safe on the 4, which I like because then if your opponent hits the ball, the rack is now runnable. You've opened up and solved all of the issues. He can also draw out. Looks like he kind of placed his tip in this area. No. He for the area that had kind of.
Yeah, you can kind of play a stop shot right here, and then send the 4 through this gap. Try to land the cue ball on the 10 in this area. It takes away the right side kick, the left side kick. It really only gives you the one rail up table.
Oh, the 4-7, is it wired?
No.
No way.
4-7 goes straight into this rail.
Yeah.
I'll play safe here.
Gonna achieve the same result of what you were talking about, but
And the one rail kick is
E,
doable, but that 8 is
8's big.
gonna have to go 2 rails at this. Unless you can split the 5-7. Oh.
Yeah, I think you can with some right hand English.
Oh, look at this.
Oh,
It's gonna hang up.
what an effort.
I think
Still,
here, I mean, what do you think about, like, how comfortable are you playing a shot like this into the 8? Because it gets you good position, but you got to be accurate. And what kind of speed do you play with? And if you play it with a slow speed, you could end up behind the 8. I mean, how do you feel comfortably about running into balls like that?
it's dicey.
Yeah.
Just because like at slower speeds, like your angles open up more, and I think that's kind of what happened there is like, yeah, it's when a ball's in the pocket like that, it can be more deceivingly difficult to get position a lot of times than you would think. I think he can play just a safety, banking it long and kind of drawing back onto the 10. Yeah, those
It's a
side
big
pockets.
reward if he makes that, though. I think that's
Yeah,
why he took that shot.
those side pockets, after having been played on them, I'll switch the views here in a minute and we'll look at how tight they are. They're intimidating.
Oh, nice shot there from Aman.
I
Think he can
just got
play
there.
this with low left and come out somewhere in this area.
Brett Miller
Back
in the
to
chat saying that trifecta Scotch sounds fun. I agree.
Yeah. So yeah, back to that. The format that Secret used was 8-ball, and we only had 19 players. Half of the field dropped out. It was on July 5th, so it was July 4th weekend. A bunch of players dropped out. So they changed it to race to 6. So it was 8-ball race to 6 on the A side, and then it was a Fargo Hot R5 9-ball on the B side. And then I believe it was a Hot R5 10-ball in the money rounds,
Wow.
which was a cool format. I made it to the first round of 9-ball. And because I had it in my head to go hang out with you and Justin. And so I lost. It was in the back of my head, but it was a ton of fun hanging out with you and Justin. So well worth it to me. But anyways, yeah, the format was a bunch of fun, and I was jokingly, like I said, I jokingly said trifecta Scotch. And she goes, "You should absolutely do that." And she said I could use her format. Jesse made her flyer. So I believe we're going to use the same flyer. I'd have to ask Jesse if he would be willing to make one. And then, so I'm not sure if that was in September or October, one of the two. And then, yeah, the other one is a mini Mosconi. It was very successful the last time I did it. We're going to need to run it back. Actually, I think I'm doing a lower cap mini Mosconi.
Gotcha.
So we will not be able to run back Chalk Tua.
Really, really touchy speed on that shot.
Got
It's a
Chris Lawson in the chat. What's going on?
good thing about playing the safe that he just did is it's really hard to hit the 8 ball and not sell something out. I think that's when you're kicking at it. I think that's why we're seeing AMAN going airborne here. Wow. Seen 2 really nice jumps from AMAN so far. That's why he's called a monster. Boy, is it gonna get a roll
Where's the
too?
9 ball gonna end up? It's gonna
No?
sell out, but John's gonna have to run into this 10. I believe. I think the angle is there. He may. I
Sorry,
think he
I
does. I
changed
think if the cue ball was maybe just a little farther over, he wouldn't have to.
I think he can just roll forward and run into it naturally. What a shot. That's gonna get him on the hill. Come on.
And Amon concedes. Yeah, Chris, it's hot, man.
All right, let's see if we can make a ball on the break. We've had 4 dry breaks and 1 miscue on the break, so far we're at a grand total of 0.
So I ordered a new desk, Trevor.
Ooh.
Yeah, I ordered a new desk. I'm in the market for a new chair because Madison works from home and she deserves a very comfy chair. So we've been kind of sharing this office chair, and it's pretty small and not so comfy. And after sitting it, I realized, like, hey, she sits in this 8 hours a day. We should get her a new chair. So I'm looking to step up my comfortability for the show.
Definitely. Yeah, a good chair makes all the difference for
A huge difference. You remember my old chair, how squeaky it was?
yeah. John hit that break really well. Had the 8 ball, I believe, go off of the point of the side pocket, but still came out dry. Left a good look at the 1 to open up this rack. Is it gonna finish?
It's
Think it
close, I
goes.
believe. He has the pocket. Looks like he's lining up for the pot. A
Yeah,
little trouble on the 4 and the 5.
Taylor 21 in the chat. Yes, we do have the information on what they're playing with. Amon is playing with a curly keelwood shaft with a smoky butt. And John is playing with a Paul Allers with a Mezignite shaft. This looks really tight. And at this angle, you can't really trickle it in because you're going to end up behind the 6. This is a shot that I would definitely be concerned about rattling. Just because I think you have to play it a little bit into the point.
If you can make this and get yourself off of that, yeah. I was gonna say if you can make this, kind of smooth and let it just trickle in and just peek out. I mean, you had a good look at a potential carom and the 5 naturally get in shape on the 5.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but he hit that with some speed.
Still some work to do here because I think he's really flat on this 4 ball. I actually wouldn't even, I would kind of consider just rolling this in getting the cue ball up by the 9 and shooting the 5 up table just because of how much I dislike combos. But he feels confident with the combo, then 5-9 here. Let's see how it goes. Drills it. 5's coming around. Wow. Negotiated that scenario really controlled. How many times a year do you think you play on a 9-footer, Zach?
I think I played on one twice this year.
Twice.
Mm-hmm.
For what reason? Was it just like the only thing that was there? Did you go see it?
No, it was I was looking at it and I was like, you know what? I think it's time to take some charge and try to. I can't really say what I want to say, um, but I'm not good on a 9 foot, and I wanted to go and play on it and say, you know what, I can play on this table. And it didn't go. I mean, it went okay. It didn't go out as well as I thought it would go, but I now live in Kaiser, and I live about a 3-minute drive from Colby's, which is the only 9 foot diamond in Salem at a public venue. So I could use that and play on it a little more. There's some good competition at Colby's. So definitely people to play and a table to play on.
All right. Mon solves that rack. Takes us to 5-1. You ever play at the cue ball?
Not often. I used to go there a lot. That's kind of where I started before I found leagues and stuff like that. They have 9 foot gold crowns, I believe.
Yeah.
I think they got about 30 of them. But the pockets are huge. I play okay on those tables. I actually play pretty decent on those tables. But I just can't figure out the 9 foot diamond. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I don't play on them often. I know that has a big part in it.
Yeah, Chris, we've been trying to get Zach converted over to the one pocket connoisseur department.
Yeah, and there's some one pocket players at Colby's too, so definitely start playing. I haven't developed patience, but I also haven't tried. Maybe I got to put some money on the line, kind of get me a little more invested. Doesn't have to be a bunch, something cheap.
Another dry break. Amon really got into that one good too, but nothing found the holes. Can see the one got a couple that like it feels like he's pretty much on the 50-yard line, so it looks like he's cutting it to the corner. Gets
We
a
should get some
friendly.
one pocket on this show.
I agree.
We should definitely get some one pocket on this show. I wouldn't know really how to commentate it. I have an idea, but it'd be fun to kind of get in your mind about one pocket.
Oh, nobody wants to get in my mind. It's just a
Yeah,
monkey
huh?
symbols
Yes,
going.
we do.
Yeah, I'm actually been speaking with the pocket in Boise. They have some 9-footers out there in a good one pocket scene. Would love to see a one pocket match. I know Amon plays at 128th on a fairly regular basis. I don't know about John, so I don't know if John's played on this table before tonight. Because if he hasn't, being surprised by the tightness of the pockets can really make for uncomfortable play. What are you looking at here? He's playing the 5 ball.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, Good effort trying to draw back and run into that 7. Now he may be forced to take on the bank. Could just cross this and leave the cue ball up at the top corner. He says, I'm changing up my pocket to the other pocket. All right, John's got to capitalize here. It is a little bit funny of a 4-ball out just because of how that 9-ball sits. I don't think it goes in the side. We'll switch cameras once he gets to shooting it, if it looks like he's going to be considering the side pocket. Came up a little shorter, I think, than he wanted on this draw, because now he's got to go forward with inside, I would think. Well, let's see what this looks like from here. I do not think that goes at all into the side pocket. Look how tight those things are.
I know, dude. They just come straight out.
Yeah.
I mean, a diamond is like this.
Wow, what a shot from John
Great.
there. Sorry, I keep switching angles as soon as you start drawing. Oh, no. That's just those tight pockets. Like, when you catch just the inside point of that, like, that still goes on most tables, but did not leave anything high percentage for him on the take on, but he's going to go for the slice. I think he's going to probably play it with some outside. Let the cue ball kind of track along this line. Oh, he's going straight center ball.
Well, he missed it on the good side.
Did miss it on the good side. Played it at a decent enough speed that the 10 ball ends up in the center of the table. It is sliceable, but it is no cakewalk. I think we'll likely see a little player break. We had a little bit of a change of plan for an interview tonight, so we won't be having an interview. Oh, uncharacteristic miss from AMAN there.
I play this shot in the bottom right. I know there's a lot of people that like the back cut, but looks like John is going for the back cut.
Played it at a good speed. Really nice shot. Well, couple of swings at the 10 later, and we're 2-1. John trying to get back in this match. I'm waiting for someone to make a ball on the break.
Yeah, 7 breaks so far and nothing.
I knew this table was going to be tough, but I didn't expect to see 7 dry breaks in a row. Yeah, I want to give a little shout out to PNW Pool Thing. That was my first time getting to go over there and match up and check out their setup. Doing great things for the pool community, making all those live streams with great commentary and great. Hey, we got a ball on the break.
4 rail 3 ball.
All right. So far, our percentage of balls on the break is like 1/6%. Finds himself real close to the 1. think if he can pot it and somehow get his cue ball on this line would be. Yeah, it's got a lot of two-way potential on it.
Yeah,
Nice.
Chris. I mean, we'll commentate anything.
Yeah,
Whatever the players want to play.
we're here to hang out. You guys pick what format that you want, and if it's rules we're unfamiliar with, we just want to see good competition battling it out. Ooh. He was calling the one ball, I believe, but I think either ball that he was calling, John is likely to have given this back, even if it was an option. Gesturing at the 5 in the side, bank combo with a jump. Oh my
Ooh.
bank carom combo with position while jumping.
I think he's on a. I think he has the angle to just roll forward. Oh, maybe not.
Looks
No,
pretty
I think he
flat,
does.
but I think he should be able to cheat it a little bit that close. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Plenty of angle. Let's switch camera angles here and see. Yeah, he should have enough to cut that. But I think you put a little bit of draw on this to get it to come back out along this line. Get your cue ball out near center table, cutting it into the side. I mean, if he's got it straight in, he may be able to just draw back a foot, but I think he's got to play it in the side. Wow.
Dang, dude.
Wow,
Look at
indeed.
this.
I'm going to leave it at this camera angle because it's a nice line for what he just played. That was. Mon's hit some really incredible shots already in this set. See that the sun is setting, the long shadows as the sunlight's coming from the far side of the room. I think naturally, if you just like put a little bit of right on this ball, play the 9 in the side.
Chris, I would love to commentate 3-ball.
3 ball would be wild.
That would be so much fun to commentate.
Look out, cue ball. Well, it's going to be. I think if he slices this in, cue ball's likely going to be kind of tracking along this line.
What a shot.
What a shot indeed. Aman's showing us how he's earned the name a monster. Really coming with some incredible shots in the early on stages of this match. We can see that nickname written on his shoulders here. Oh, he keeps moving. There we go. Mon, when you watch this later, I think that's a new shirt. I like it. Yeah, as tight as these side pockets are, I might even consider switching up and putting the cue ball over near one of the rails and playing a little bit of a cut break to try and get the 1 to go. Just because I think it's a little bit wider of a pocket than the wing balls, but let's see what he comes up with.
Well, got the 1 in the side on that one.
We just doubled our ball count on the break. We're up to 2. 9 breaks in. You liking just stopping your cue ball there?
Oh yeah. He says, "No, I'm just gonna go for it and get great shape on this 3."
Mon's just like, yeah, wow.
Said, "I'm here to win."
May even be a little bit on the good side where you can just follow straight forward, come back across table. You're looking at a 5-9 combo after the 4 ball. If you get straight on it. Oh, he didn't have much angle to work with. Looks like he's playing position for the bank. Gonna switch. That looks
Ooh.
really tight. I'm gonna stay here just on this angle for a minute because he might be able to play this with just a high inside. Man, that adds a level of. He might even be able to play this as just a straight high ball. I think if you gotta play it with inside the way this table plays, any sort of outside English or any sort of English outside of center, I should say, just makes the pocket that much more difficult. How's it gonna end up? Ouch.
No, I think you can see it. Yeah, I think you can see that.
If he can, it is just barely. I think he might be playing with a little bit of inside. We'll see how. No, he's elevating up.
Yeah, he's got that short cue.
Had to go that way just so we could see the shot unfold. That's a 50-yard line situation. I think that the 5 can slice by the 9, but it makes an already small pocket tighter. But it does leave the natural position on the 6, and if you get the cue ball into this area, the 5 jaws up, you're likely to get a safety.
Yeah, I thought I saw him lining up playing the carom off the 10.
Not by very much at all. Leaves a lot of distance. Shots like this, when you're used to playing on 7-footers, they're nervy. I mean, I think he's got it where he can cut it in the bottom left, but the 9 ball is going to be pretty tough to fade. Should be able to negotiate it, no problem. No, just going to play full on safety. Not going to get the results that he wanted. But you have now to contend with how you're going to interact with the 7-8 to get onto the 6 and not tie up your next shot. I think I like playing it at slow speed and just letting my cue ball kind of come off the rail into here somewhere, but yeah, just like that. It's easy to say what you want to have happen, but interacting with 2 balls always leaves some room for concern. John's got a strong opportunity to get out of this wreck. I like just stopping the cue ball, leaving some angle, maybe even a touch of draw on it. Then you can come off of this rail. This onto the 10 would be, or you can draw. Dealer's choice. This is, I'd say normally in normal conditions, this is not too difficult of a shot, but as tight as those side pockets play, adds to the tension. John's starting to get comfortable with the side pocket widths and drills that one. Brings it within 3.
Yeah, this is a big rack right here. I mean, 6-3. If John gets this right, it's 6-4. If Amon gets it, it's 7-3. That much closer to 11. But I mean, for John, I mean, if you get this rack right here, you're basically back in it.
Yeah, there's lots of match left in winter break format. If you can get the break dialed in, keep control of the table. I was honestly just thinking that. I'm like, man, I'm surprised somebody hasn't knocked a cue ball off of the rail or off of the table yet, progressively hitting it harder because the ball's not going down on the break.
I think Amon has enough of this 2-ball too to play in the bottom right. Yeah. I think the 3 to the 4, though, is pretty tough.
I just want to see. I don't think he's that straight on the 2 either. He's got to draw into the 9 and back. Yeah.
I mean, you got to play this precise, but you could go 2 rails back and forth to the top side of that 4. You got to play it well, though.
He
It was
hit it pretty
close.
decent, but that was a very precise shot, like you had just mentioned.
Yeah, the cue ball should have landed about here, but there was something on the table and sent the cue ball over here. That's what Amon was looking at right there. I think, did he call the bank?
I think he was kind of figuring out what he wants to do. I think the right shot here is run your cue ball up here and leave the 4 ball back into the center of the table. But he's
Yeah,
firing.
I like that. I like that shot. I was about to draw that shot up. Where's the cue ball? It's gonna scratch, but yeah, I was about to draw that shot up. I mean, this is kind of the line he took. You could come underneath this 10. You could hit it wider. Send the cue ball here. I think that's what he was going for.
Yeah, that's a lot to, I think, figuring on shooting a bank at the right speed and getting all those lines is pretty tough. But he hit the bank really nice. Cue ball just went a little wide. I think he's going to be drawing back to center table, play the 6 on the side after this. See, I play.
Yeah, he's laughing. Yeah,
I
I
know
like
this shot
that.
too well. Play with a bunch of inside because naturally it wants to go towards the side pocket. But if you play with about a tip and a half of inside, you can have it really check off of that second rail. This is doable. See John taking his time with these pockets a little bit more as the match has gone on to not take any shot for granted. Just a little bit of smaller space to work with. You got to hit that object ball real good.
I think Amon's gonna go at this bank again. It's basically the same shot. He's pretty flat. So he has plenty of room to work with
I'm gonna switch
to
camera
send the
angles.
cue ball around table.
I always like
I
watching
think
the
his cue
things
ball
when
is going to
he's
end up
setting
somewhere
things.
in this area. No, I went on the other side.
This is not gonna be a TV dinner. It's gonna
No
still require
Salisbury steak here.
Salisbury steak here. He's gotta. I'm gonna leave it at this angle because negotiating between the 8 and the 9 is gonna be fun to watch develop. Oh man, that's naturally you want to play it with top and maybe run into the 8. Wow, it's that really nice. Come out the rail a bit. Absolutely perfect.
I think he's going to try to stun this to get above the 9 to play in the same pocket. I think that's what I would do. Let the stroke out a little bit. Came a little wide, so he's going to be back cutting this 9. Get like a nice smooth stroke and send the cue ball this way. Kind of like a drag shot here. Yeah, just like that.
Perfect line he drew. Perfectly executed from John. Gonna take time really dial in this. Bring it within 2 with this 10 ball. It's a big rack. Drills it. All right. Back within 2. I'm gonna run a. Might take a player break. We'll see. No.
We got a quick ad we can run. Let's do it. Let's do it.
You.
Introducing EvoSports, the future of live streaming. It's now easier than ever to stream and share your action. We use the best equipment for high-quality HD image. Invite a commentator from anywhere in the world. EvoSports is the evolution in billiards entertainment. Live streaming has never been easier. Simply enter your name, add your race length, and start your stream. Join us on YouTube at EvoSports Streaming or at evosports.live.
Looks like we're gonna get good timing for the ad to end. Got Jesse in the chat.
I was just reading that. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Jesse's a man of the TV dinner.
He says, childhood. Cue ball finds its way into the side pocket.
Yeah, that's something I haven't had in a while is the kid cuisine.
Kid cuisine. Explain this to me.
It's just it's a brand of TV dinners.
Really?
Yeah.
I am
And it's kind
unfamiliar.
of like centered to the younger crowd. Hence the name Kid Cuisine. We'll look it up here. See what kind of meals we're working with.
Body by Swanson. One's gonna be drawing this to center table for the 2. Oh, man, taking
All
his
right.
ass
Well, I
right
think
off
we're gonna
of it.
get. I don't think he's gonna get quite get the hook. John has an opportunity to draw this back. I think this is fairly straight, and he's on the right side of the ball, so he can a nice smooth stroke and kind of bend and draw the cue ball back right here to the 2, unless he just stuns over to take the 2 in the top right corner. Yeah, I like that shot.
Hit that really nicely. Kid cuisine is the hungry man dinner for the little ones. I've
Yeah,
never.
we got here the chicken nugget version. It's white meat chicken patties, macaroni and cheese, corn, and a fudge brownie with celebration sprinkles.
Celebration sprinkles,
That's
man.
it,
That
man.
is so much fun. I don't know that it sounds that appetizing, but like the concept is might have to look for
I mean,
that the next
they're
time
their
I'm
own
shopping.
thing, right? I mean, you got to put them in the oven though.
John's in great position on this rack. I think you're going to play the 6 on the side is going to be the most challenge. I think he's got a really nice angle on this 5 ball to just kind of run his cue ball into like this area here.
Yeah, and he has the side and the corner, so if you overrun it just a touch, I think you're okay. But I think you play this shot for the side. So if you come a little shy, you can still play it in the side. If you come a little long, you have the corner. But if you plan it for this corner and you overrun it, I mean, you don't have much room to take the 6 in the lower left. I like your spot. Yeah, it's kind of about where you drew your circle. And got on the right side of the 6 to be able to just kind of roll this up table and end up
Yeah, I like
somewhere in this area.
spend some extra time on this shot. Get really comfortable with it because I mean, it is the shot of the rack. He's played everything to perfect position so far. Yeah, it's
Oh,
so
yeah.
tight those side pockets, man. They are no joke.
Well, and you can see there too. I mean, we were talking about it earlier about slow rolling. And I mean, he definitely played the stun to kind of let his stroke out a little bit. And Amon's going to overrun this and
Oh,
finds the
Amon,
side. I mean, it's funny, man. Like, the cue ball just finds these pockets typically a lot easier. Don't you just hate that, right? When
that's what I was just gonna say.
nothing is going, but the cue ball goes all the time. I had a cue ball go in the side from this angle.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's like you can't make that up. Yeah, and John letting the stroke out there too. I mean, you could
I
play
like
that
playing it out of
straight
the
and
rail.
just draw back, right? But
Yeah,
he went one rail with it. A
it ensures
confident
that you stay on the
stroker.
right side of the 9 too.
And Amon's going
Amon,
to concede. And look at this. Look at a 5-6 game. It was at one point, was it 6-1 or was it 5-1 and then 5-2? And I think it was 5-2, then 6-2.
yeah,
But John kind of clawing his way back. And looks like now we're going to have looks like Amon was running for a quick break. I'm trying to figure out what this is right here. It's purple line that just keeps kind of going back and forth. I'm
oh,
gonna have
there's
to take a peek at that in 3 weeks when you and I go there and you
yeah.
give me some one pocket lessons.
There's yeah, there's some string lights that are up on the ceiling up over here that I think that's catching the reflection too. Roy in the chat, thank you. These guys are battling it out. It's a pleasure to get to commentate these guys.
I
They're both
believe too. Um, well, go ahead. You
oh,
weren't quite done yet.
I was just gonna say, yeah, they're both strong competitors. So like, at no point is this match over until that final 10 ball drops. So it's gonna be a good one till the end for sure. What were you gonna say?
Oh, nothing. I was just gonna say I think my new desk that's coming has a purple LED light.
Uh-huh. Little player break. I also am going to run to the restroom really quickly. I will be right back.
All right, it looks like we are back to the action here. Just gonna wait for Trevor to get back, so John to break. I'm not sure what our ball count is at now.
I'm back.
There's not gonna be anything added to our ball count. What's our ball count at, Trevor?
Our ball count is at 2. We have had 2
Two.
balls.
So we've had 11 breaks and 2 balls have been pocketed.
Yeah, Jesse, the lighting in here is 3 overhead kind of regular lights, kind of like that little bit more old school style to them. This one ball ended up landing really funny. Probably is going to see a 2-rail safety trying to hide behind the 5 ball, get the 1 down by the 6, or just slice it in.
No, I think John's feeling good right now. I think
Oh,
to these past 4 racks, or 3, I guess, John's developing a bit of a stroke, getting comfortable.
yes, Jesse, I just reread your message too, and the chat there. That is exactly what they have as the cone lights. This is a lot of distance shooting over that 10 ball.
Yeah, you remember what happened last time he shot a full table shot, though?
Yeah, but
Hiked up over a ball, man.
yeah, that
He's
one
just gonna
miscued
miss
on him
it.
a little bit.
Just-
Looked like it slid off of the top of it.
I think if the 6 plays in this corner, I mean, I think there's a pretty open table here for John to run out.
Yeah,
I think if you can get yourself good on this 4 ball here, I think that's the key. That's kind of if the 6 does play past the 8. If the 6 doesn't, be a little trickier. Get yourself short side shape, but not too tall of a task.
I think he got really straight on this 3, and he was just looking at the straight in spot to draw back to shoot the 4 in the side. But we've seen a couple of balls missed into those side pockets at those angles because they are very tight. He's going all the way
Yeah,
out around.
I think he kind of remembers that. I think that's why he went for the power draw to kind of get above it.
Let's see what we got here. Looks like you can see the edge of it, but I don't think the potting line is on.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have to kick at it.
Yeah.
I don't think
This
you get
is-
any reward if you can clip that 4. I don't see any reward there.
Yeah, I actually like running into the full ball a little bit fuller and getting it to go here. Your cue ball tracking down near the 10, not with a lot of pace. Really hard not to sell something out in this shot. That's going to work. At least not sell out an open table. Play the 4 into the 10, run the cue ball. Oh, no. I like that. Leaves it off the rail a bit. Gonna give some more options. Could go offensively here.
Kind of like a T safe, playing the 4 there and the cue ball up here.
Yeah,
Yeah, something like that. And he's gonna get the 6. He's gonna get the hook behind the 6. That is nice.
very nice.
Very nice.
Looks like he's gonna kick long table, so we'll go this way to get that angle on it.
So we had a poll start 4 minutes ago, asking who does everybody have from here. A 75% Amon and 25% John. I'm gonna go wide. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, John is
John's been
definitely
catching the
playing
gear.
confident. Yeah, he's playing confident. I think he knows that too. I think that draw came up a little short, trying to get above that 4, but he's trying to let the stroke out a little bit.
The 5 to the 6 is still everything to do with this track. I mean, yeah, you got ball in hand here, and you got to get really nicely on the 5 because I think the 6 going in by the 8's pretty tight.
So he's either going to kind of draw this way, but I think if the 6 does play past that 8, I don't know if he has enough angle to kind of play this line.
I think he's going to draw straight back. Gets a friendly-ish rub. Makes it where you still have the offensive options, but it's not terribly easy. Kind of actually like putting a little bit of draw on this, trying to get past the 7. I think even if you run into the 7 is... Oh.
Yeah, I think Amon's going to be able to play with some outside and just kind of send the cue ball right towards the 7.
I think just pure top. Get a little bit more of an angle on the 7. That's going to be a little bit flat. He's going to have to put some pace on this ball and draw back, I think, beyond this line. Man, those side pockets are tough. Having played on this table and knowing how much they got in my head, anything that you have to play with pace, those side pockets just seem to not want to cooperate. Looks like he's calling the combo. Could be going off the backside of the 8, but I think the combo is probably the... Handles that really nicely. Combos look so easy when somebody just drills them. But I struggle with them so often that I'm always surprised when they go in that good.
How much angle does he really have here?
I'm gonna change angles really quick. I think
Yeah.
he's got enough. I think he should be able to put maybe just a little bit of top on it and just be traveling along this line. Could be a little worried about the side pocket. Yeah. Lots of angle. This 10 ball to bring it to 6-6.
Yeah, crazy swing here. Down
Crazy.
6-2 and now tied at 6.
Well, we've got a race to 5. If you haven't voted yet on the poll, who do you like from here is still going on. We got 75% saying AMAN, but John has won the last 4 racks to bring it tied up. Really excited about the Don Weir coming up. The Golden Fleece Memorial going to be 96 players. Does that sound right
That's
to you?
correct.
Zach?
Yeah, 96 players. The player list, I think, has been dropped.
Yeah.
A couple of big guns there. Shane Van Boning, John Mora. There was one other. Man, what is his name? I think he has the little ponytail action going on. What was his name?
The 1-4 here while he's thinking about... Oh, no, he had enough room just to go underneath of the 4. That was a tight window. Might see him just play short side of the 3 ball. Just play it with a little bit of top and end like right here. He could stun up the play the 3 in the same pocket. Patrick is saying either Jesus or Jesus in the chat. Does that ring
Jesus.
a
It was
Jesus?
Jesus, yep. Jesus Atencio. Yeah, he's been playing very strong. I think he was in a final at one of the U.S. Opens down at Griff's. He played against Shane. I think Shane won that. Also got Spencer Ladden out there, and then some Pacific Northwest high players. You got James DeVee and Blake Baker. I believe Stan will be there. So should be an exciting tournament. I think Shane has won it every year.
That's impressive with such short races on winter break on a bar box.
9-ball.
9-ball. Really
Yeah, I
nice.
mean, there's some strong players that can definitely win that tournament too, especially with a guy like Shane being there.
Well, I'm actually going to switch back camera angles now that he's looking at that carom because it'll be a little bit easier to see it coming off of the 10 for the 5-ball. Drills it. What's going to happen with the cue ball, though? Gonna just creep right in behind the 9. Almost got there. Oh, we got the 4-ball. I thought it was the 5. Just misses.
It. What's that they used to say? Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Pinch poke, you owe me a Coke.
I haven't heard that one.
That's how we said it when I was a kid, but I come from a small area and we do things funky out there. I mean, on any other table, you just play short on the 5, draw black, and play the 6 into the side. Maybe even play it off of the 8. We'll look at that when he gets there. This angle, he's going to be pretty close to the rail if he's drawn back for the 6. The only reason I say playing the 6 is if the 8 doesn't go on the side. You got to play off of it to kind of make that pocket or the 8-ball play. Oof.
Yeah, I don't think that's. I don't think the 8 plays on the side. Yeah.
So yeah, if you play it a little bit wide off of the 8 here, but you're going to be running this cue ball 3 rails and around back out to. It's a lot going on in this shot.
Ooh.
Gets
It's
the
not gonna be
carol.
a favorable. Oh, he's on the 7. Well,
He's
back
on the
cut on the
7.
7. He hit a nice back cut earlier, so
This
if he
one's
can play the
tricky.
same thing, yeah.
I think you got to play it with a little bit more draw and come to this side of the 8. Makes pocketing it at a higher speed a little bit more. Ooh, drills it. That ball settled up. Should be able to stun up into this area here. Play the 9 in the side. And with these 2 balls, John could be looking at his first lead in this set. And he is, as AMAN is relinquishing that game. It's spicing up. We had the
So now the chat, yeah.
poll change from 75% in favor of AMAN from 6-5 lead But now it's 7-6, and now it's 60-40. Still in favor of Amon, though. We shall see. I think this is going to be a hill-hill match. I had just had a feeling since we got the request for these guys to match up. John started out looking a little bit uncomfortable, but now stroking the ball really confidently. Gets a ball in the break. We are up to 3 balls and 14 breaks.
John has a good opportunity here too. I mean, if he can play this nice and just send the cue ball up in this direction, be a good start to this rack. It's looking pretty open. I don't think the 6 plays past the 7. It's very close. Is he gonna get there? I don't think so.
I think he was hoping to hit that a little thinner and end up over here where he could see it at that speed. Just heard
Yeah,
from
I may have hit that with a little more pace.
just to ensure you got down table.
Yes.
Always playing for the masse, so it's going to be on this angle. Start bending in
No,
here.
I think that's a jump stroke.
Think so? That's a long ways to
Yeah.
jump that ball.
Yeah, but I think you had plenty of room to land. I mean, if you land anywhere in this area, you have
Yeah.
enough room to kind of bounce 1 or 2 times.
And I did just get word from the manager here at 128 that they have a Tuesday night tournament on the 9-footers, 9-ball. So if you're looking for some good 9-ball action, wow, Amon has been, that's a third big jump that he has just crushed.
Yeah, you may be running into a monster at that 9-ball tournament.
I mean, not to toot my own horn here, but I did run into him in the finals. You will run into him on a lot of times on the Tuesday night tournament. So like, this is the only tournament I've ever won against him on. He's beat me in every other tournament that we've played against each other. He almost double dipped me in this one too. I was very fortunate. I think he scratched in like the last 3 balls in the Hill game on the double dip. So I wouldn't say that I earned it as much as just,
Ooh, that was a nice shot right there.
yeah, it was.
Mon's gonna come one rail, try to get above this 7. Yeah.
Dang near ball in hand position. Yeah. Draw your lines afterwards. Anywhere in that general vicinity is a great position. I think he'll just draw back about 1.5 feet. Play. Oh, he's letting that stroke out. I think,
He's
yeah, not
okay
being
here.
straight here. Hey, just put a little bit of draw where you're kind of coming on this line and it opens up. I mean, it's going to have a little bit more bend in it. Wow.
Ooh. You don't want to be on that 10 ball though.
He's fine. It's
Think
going to be
it's
slippery.
gonna
Oh,
dang.
out of all of that space, that is the one spot that he did not want to be. This is a crazy game sometimes.
It doesn't matter though. It don't matter.
That does not matter. We're this 10 ball. We're looking to trade blows again, be 7-7. But this table does not play where this is guaranteed. But it goes down. 7-7. These guys are battling it out good. I like it. That shooting that 9 ball in up table over top of the 10 at that pace.
Yeah, that was that was a
You got to hit
hell
that
of a
so
shot
good.
from Aman. I mean, I don't know if everybody watching has been here since the beginning, but Aman had a similar shot. It was a ball down here, cue ball here, object ball here, trying to get position on this ball, and he absolutely drilled this shot. And God, I think he ended up here on his object ball.
Yeah, he drew all the way back to catch the back rail and come back out. It was quite the stroke.
8 ball's gonna find a pocket. 1 ball almost dressed up. He's to switch camera angles, see how much of that rail he's working with. I don't think he has much though.
I don't think he does either. But he does have enough.
Oh, yeah.
Cue ball should be kind of traveling along this line. If he
Hit it a little hard. I don't know if he's gonna go for the cut here. He may.
I would put money that he does go for the cut. I mean, maybe if it was playing early 10s. But I think if you play this cut with just a touch outside, get it to come here and it'll check short. But I just don't think that there's really much reward. Switch camera views.
Curious to see. Oh, he's on the 3.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see if he plays this carom.
Yeah, calling the 5 in the side.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like that's what he's gonna go for.
I'm gonna look at it from this angle. Yeah, that's pretty available.
Where's he gonna end up? Look at this. Oh my God.
So many good things happen there to have that dress up like it did. Wow. Nice carom. Got rewarded. Gets another favorable bump on the 5. Or 4, excuse me. He's got decent angle here. The way he's been kind of playing these is playing it with top and letting it just come straight up and straight back out for the 6. Could play a stun ball and come around 2 rails too, depending on how much angle he's got. Yeah. This could be our first break and run. If he's able to negotiate these last 4 balls. Pretty thin on the 6. Wow, he hit that
God.
beautifully. I think having the cue ball in somewhere over in the vicinity where the cue ball is at right now would be what he might be thinking.
Yeah. Overran it just a little bit. We'll see what he decides to do. I think he might have to play this in the side.
I don't know.
I mean, I think he's on the left side of that 9. I don't really see any favorable positioning taken in the corner.
Unless you really just let the.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I like taking it in the side there. If you make it, I mean, you're pretty much guaranteed shape on the 10, so you just got to focus on making it with a natural roll. So Mon gets the last 2 racks and
That is our
retakes
first
the
break and
lead. Oh, that was a break and run, wasn't it?
Yes, it
He made
was.
the 8 in the side, I think. We'll give him some love on that.
One ball on the break. Runs out the
So
other.
we're at what? 4?
We're up to 4 balls on the break.
Dang, we had 15 breaks.
We knew getting started with this with the tighter pockets that this table was not going to be seeing a lot of balls made on the break, but I don't think we were expecting 4.
That's 0.27%.
Patrick in the chat giving us a strong
27%,
arm.
I should say.
He mentioned that he may have
I
taken a
know.
little side action on AMAN, so seeing that break and run at this late hour is what the doctor ordered for his sweat bet.
10 goes on the break, 1 goes in the side. The 2 ball is unavailable. Unless he's going to have to go rail first here. He may roll out. I think if you can get on the top side of this 2, though, send the cue ball kind of in this direction and the 2 down. I think that's what he's going to go for. Oh, he had a look at the
He had a look at the
pot.
pocket.
He's going to get safe here. Oh, no.
Oh, it's going to creep out. Three ball is not super easy to get on. I think you play the stun follow where it kind of comes here and then bends into the rail and comes straight back up into the 9. Got to put a fair amount of pace on it. Pure follow might run in close to the 10. Oh,
He hit that well. Just didn't get the didn't get the pot. But, I mean, great shape on the 3. I think Amon's going to be pulling out the short cue. I mean, Amon's been jumping well in this match.
I think he's 3 for 4 of his jump shots, and they have not been hangers either. Like, this is
Our poll is 50-50 right now.
50-50.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's accurate. Electing to kick at this ball. Gets great contact. Gonna get a return safety. I like kicking directly into the 2. You have better chances of getting the separation you're looking for. If you come into that second rail, the return safety gets a little bit more dicey on how it's going to end out. See how he gets into it. Does get into it full. Can see the full ball, but man, that back cut is.
I don't think he's going to do it, but
Oh, play the carom off of the 6.
yeah, I don't think he's going to do it. Unless he just played the combo. Yeah, looks like he called the combo.
I think it was a two-way shot, knowing that the 2 was going to not finish in a super easy position. Looks like he's lining out the 2-ball bank. Coming along this line. Mon showing us once again that that side pocket's not that small. John, with his option, gives it back to Amon.
We'll say Amon kind of stepped up and fired at that. Didn't really give it much time. Didn't line it up. I think he had a good chance at making that ball.
He didn't miss it by much.
Yeah, but the way he's been jumping.
I know. I like playing this with draw and coming back out across the table. Big stroke, though. Lots of accuracy needed. Drills the pot. Gets a little bit funny.
I think
Kinda
you can play this with a little bit of inside.
Yeah, he's
It'll
gonna
help hop off the 4 and take it away from the 8. If you just cut this in, I think you're going towards that 8.
Yeah, I just don't think you're gonna be putting any sort of left or right on this ball, just being slightly having to elevate up to get a little bit of draw out of it. Because even just putting just slightly below center, getting it to come along this line and back out is tough. Might just play into the 8 and take his medicine. Is that going to go on the side too? 2 flukes in the same side pocket. I'm not even sure I want to make this 5 ball.
Yeah, I don't think you really have enough to. I mean, maybe come back across table, but
He's got to be jumping it, though. I don't think he's going to be able to get it to trickle forward like that.
yeah.
I think if
He's
jump,
kicking, he may try to. If he's kicking up table, he may try to call it on the side here, because he can come off of that 5 towards the 7.
oof.
I know. I think he's loading up in lower right. Yeah, just
That one's going to tingle. I think he's likely to place his cue ball over here. Oh, no, he likes to draw the ball.
yeah. That's one thing for me is really been working on not drawing with ball in hand. Think you get a little more control using follow. Came up a little shy. I mean, he's okay. He can use the angle, but
Yeah, Amon drilled one just like this earlier on in the set. This is no easy task. He's going to return it back to the same shot. A little bit more difficult for John.
John's gonna. I think he might bank this. I know if Amon was shooting this, Amon would bank this, but I think John may. Yeah, I think he's gonna go for the safe.
Yeah, I think sending the 7. It's so close to the rail, it gets tough, though. Sending the 7 down into this vicinity and the cue ball up table. Try and hide cover behind the 9-10. It's going to find the window, maybe?
Yeah, I think he does have a window, but not too much.
Play the bank back into the top left. Safety's going to come up a little short, but these side pockets have been the bane of these two's existence. We've seen the most balls missed into those side pockets from this angle. I'd almost consider cutting it up table. That's what John seems to be looking at. Because if you cut it
Yeah,
up
I think
table,
he's lining up both. I think he's looking at both options.
I think if you 7 up table and get your cue ball underneath of the 8, it's kind of a two-way shot. Wow.
What a shot.
Wow. We're giving that one up. That was money. Draw up to right here. Be my Could just roll forward and take the 10 on the other side or let his cue ball out. He's got lots of options. That was a nice shot, playing with the inside, letting it catch into the two rails. We're at 8-8, race to 3. Hit that share button, get it out there so there's more of an audience. Add these guys to the sweat in case they have their phone up and they look down, they got an audience. Make them sweat it out a little bit more. See, I don't think for me it's the number of people watching that adds to the pressure. It's like who's watching. Like if I have
Right.
somebody that, you know, is maybe has a side action on it and I'm like worried about that, or if I've got like, you know, somebody that I look up to that's like, "Oh, I'm going to watch your match later." Like it's really just wanting to perform well under the TV lights scenario that adds that extra dynamic. Nine ball trickles into the side. I don't think he has a look at the one.
I think he's got the one. He's got just enough of it.
We're up to 7 balls on the break. Patrick is. If they keep this pace up, they might get close to 12. Nice shot. Didn't give anything too easy up, but that was.
I don't know how I feel about that. I think just getting some separation, you can send the 2 down this way. Send the cue ball up table. Play it by that 7.
Yeah, I think the 2 is going to be tracking a little bit closer to the pocket, though. I do like that shot, just like getting the cue ball. Like you said, up near the 7 is probably. It's loading up with some draw. Runs into the 7 really nice. Is it gonna? I think it does.
Yeah, I think Aman's gonna be pulling out the short stick again. I think looks like he can see a piece of this ball.
See just.
Oh.
Got to fade the 7 here. It's gonna get deep in the no man's land. I mean, do you go for the jump that looks like you're right on top of it? Man, that's a lot. I think you got to kick at this. Hard to not have something sell out after this. Both balls tracking up table.
I think Aman has a natural angle to come right there.
Yeah, you can even just elect to run into the 7 and just misses it. It's going to be pretty steep. I mean, you can really just let the ball out. I think the 10 ball is going to be a consideration in this shot potentially. Might be able to get underneath of it. Very nice cut. Still has the work cut out. I think he's got to get down into here for the 6 is the only thing I can really see.
Oh boy, I don't know if that 8 comes into play if you kind of roll it. I wonder if you're gonna play a stun follow. Come out this direction.
2 rails underneath of the 7. No. Man. Mon hits the ball so well when it's those tough shots, just so smooth, confident. See John's cue tapping against the ground over the last couple of shots. Ooh. Let's see how far that is off of the rail. Not very. Should be able to just clip it in, let your cue ball kind of naturally come up near the side pocket. Playing at that pace is makes the pocket harder to make.
You're gonna have to come 2 rails here and just kind of go towards the 8. I don't like playing this up table to play the 8 in the side. I think you gotta just do something like that. But does it go past the 10?
I think
I
so.
don't think so. Oh yeah, it does.
What a shot on that 7. Oof. That was really tight by the 10, but drills it. Finding myself just kind of being entranced by the play. Mon's
Yeah, I know.
really letting the stroke out, moving the cue ball on ninth pass to get a comfortable stroke. He's where he's able to. He's really letting the cue ball loose, keeping it under control. John is too. I'm still thinking about that 7 that he cut in from like right here. Super thin cut. I think we're sitting at 5 balls on the break. 6 balls on the break.
We're gonna stay at 6, and John has to look at this 1, and the 2 is right there. The 4 though. Oh, I think this is yeah. 4 is blocked by that 9. Pretty well. I don't know what you do there. I think you might have to play something like that when you get there.
Yeah, I think we're likely to see a little bit of a safety battle ensue, maybe on the 3 ball. I mean, at this angle, he could play off of the 6 and try and run into that 4-6 with
Yeah, I
some
was just looking at that. I think it's gonna go more towards the 5. Yeah. You were saying shoot that 6 kind of off this rail into that pile?
or draw off of the edge of it and come with the
Oh,
cue
yeah.
ball that way too. But it was with a lot of risk, nothing guaranteed. Almost want to say $1 misses this just because he's thinking about the other ball. Oh, it's just crazy. The more I watch pool, like when you got a ball tied up there and it's like don't really have a solution in mind, how often we see myself and others miss the ball before it just because we're not as engaged with the shot, kind of thinking about what am I going to be doing next. Distinguished Billiards, thank you. Ooh. I don't know that that 6 goes by. I'm going to switch to the side view, see if we can get... Should be able to draw underneath to this 9.
Oh, what a shot.
Hits it beautifully. Probably see a straight stun shot, something along this line. Don't think you can play it with top. You may even go to the foot rail and back out, playing a good solid stroke on it. I don't think that 8 goes by the 10, so we might see him kind of be playing something along this line. Sorry, my... Look out, cue ball. Oh, yeah.
Well, the 10's in a favorable position now. I think it was before he ran into it, but yeah, I think he's gonna play this
Straight up.
straight up in the corner.
Lots of felt. Yeah.
Oh,
How's it going to finish? Weird.
oh boy. Now, what do you do here?
You know,
You're
been here
so
before.
close to 8 that you can't really get that much pace on it to kind of send it up table.
I've thought about this shot here recently because somebody left me in this exact position within the last week. And I think you cut it here, run your cue ball back up table like this, and try and leave the 8 down here.
There's no way he's trying to play this off the 10.
That's what he's mapping out. There's
Mm,
just no safety option there. It's got to go or your opponent's getting to the hill. It's a tough spot.
I think he's kind of going your route. Oh, he's lining up the 8. Okay.
I mean, that's a lot of cut, too. Or just play the 10.
I don't know that he called that. I think he was going for the 8.
I think he was going for the 8, too.
Yeah, he was going
Oh,
for the 8
the
ball.
way he walked over there. I apologize for the wrong click of the button for the applause. I thought that's what he intended to do.
All right, AMAN is going to be the first to the hill with the 2-game lead.
And breaking.
There's a poll going still, guys. Who do you got from here?
It can be biased now that
It
we're
can be biased, yeah.
a 3-1 odds, and I think when we first started it at 5-6 with AMAN being in favor, it was 75% AMAN to 25 John, and it progressively decreased from 60-40 to 50-50. But I think this score is going to need some opportunities for John to get back at the table. AMAN has broken and ran once already in this set. Now we're at 57-43 in AMAN's favor. Nine ball does not drop. Patrick. Yeah. Speaking of, me and Zach, we played one rack of 9 ball for. We were gonna do a longer race and have the score tattooed on us, but now we played one rack for a win loss, and I ended up scratching on the first shot. Zach beat me, and I've got to get an L or a loser or something tattooed on me. I think we're gonna do it together when we're up there for the Don Weir. I'm always looking for weird little memories and side bets. Tattoo may be a little extreme. Get into the 10. Does. Sets up very nicely for this 2 into the side. See what angle he's working with.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
It's all
Did I
right.
miss anything? It looks like we had another vote in the poll. We're now 57% I'm on.
Yeah, Patrick was asking if I got my tattoo yet for my loss, and I said that we were gonna do it together at the Don Weir.
Yeah, and you were saying too, it's like every time we match up, man, you're cold and I've been playing all day.
Yeah.
And I was like, you can hit some balls, and you said, nope, nope,
Nope.
nope.
I didn't miss a ball in that rack. Strong shot from John. A little bit too much cue ball.
We might be able to run into this 10. I think it
Yeah, but
naturally goes towards that 10. I mean, it's risky, but
yeah, your cue ball is either heading this way or this, like somewhere in this way if you run into that 10 ball. Like,
I
he's
don't know.
not
You
gonna
can
be able to
split
baby
it.
this
You can
more.
hit right on top of it. I mean, there could be some reward. Honestly, hitting that. I mean, I kind of see where you're at if you hit this rail like first, right? You're going towards that side.
Yeah, I just feel like with the angle that he's going to be kind of coming in at this line if he cuts it. Taking on the
No,
bank. I think he was playing safety there, and the bank ended up dropping.
I think he just called this pocket right here.
Oof.
I don't know. I mean, you play this with inside to get around table, but then it really like tightens up that bank, so you're gonna have to bank it here almost.
Yeah,
Swing the kick.
you got to run your cue ball wild on this too. I mean, even with inside, you're going to be tracking something along this line, which the 8 ball plays big for. I don't think he has a lot of other options. I don't think you want to play this too slow because you don't want the 5 ball being at that end of the table. He's got the jump cue out.
No way.
5 ball is tracking too.
Oh,
Gosh.
dang, dude.
That had such a great line.
If that 5 ball dropped and he got shape on that 6, I mean, we got the holy grail of buttons here that we were ready to press.
Yeah. But with these 5 balls, Amon has the opportunity to close out the set. He's pretty flat on this 6. I think he's got enough to kind of get over here with some outside, or he can draw straight back and around, depending on how much angle he has. Yikes. That's really unfortunate for Amon to. Don't think that the cut is even there anymore. I feel like the most you can cut this is like this. Isn't it?
Oh, 25
Oh my goodness sakes.
Oh.
Yeah, he's just. I thought he was conceding at first.
He always thought about it.
He
He's
thought
like,
about it.
I better let him run these out.
Yeah, this does still have a side pocket. We still got action. That was a really unfortunate roll for AMAN to end that close on the 7. It goes 2 rails right into the side. But John still got to win the next game to bring us to Hill. He will be breaking. Well, we have a maximum of 2 breaks left, and we're up to 7 balls. Our estimates were a little bit off. I knew this table was going to play tight, but I did not expect it to play this tough on the break.
Looks like the rack is a little crooked.
Cricket.
A little bit. One on the side. 4 ball or 3 ball was tracking. I wonder if he goes here. I think
You
I
got
think
it.
he might have to go and just kind of stun to this side rail.
I think if you play it somewhat of a soft speed and just try drawing to this rail because the 3 ball is so available.
And the 4 is available right after that as well, so you don't have to get. I mean, even if you land on that rail, you're almost okay.
Big shot. Man. Does tie up the 8 and the 9. Leaves a combo or a carom from the 2 to the 3. I think if you play the combo, the 2 ball is going to be kind of tracking out along that line. Tried playing it rail first. Switch views here and get that. See if there's. Yeah, there's like no distance of that 2 ball on the rail. Put pace on this ball. This is going to lead the really natural position on the 3. And with that, you can run into that 8 and 9 and kind of disturb those balls if he so chooses. I don't think he's going to, just because it's going to be hard to get out of those without covering up the 4.
Ooh.
I think he got there, though.
Yeah.
Go 2 times back and forth and end into this area, I would think. Oh, he overcut it. He did get about as perfect on that 5 ball as you can. John, maybe just play this with straight draw, or you can play it with inside, barely clip it. Man, these side pockets make me nervous for this shot.
I don't think he's playing that on the side.
I don't think so either. I'm going to switch back camera angles now that I see that.
From here, it looks like it, but that other angle, there's no way.
Overcuts it. It's coming off the rail.
Yeah, AMAN needs to get. I know. AMAN needs to get on the right side of the 7, though.
I think he can straight
May
stun
just
it down this
stun
line
out
too.
and then draw back on the 7. What does it look like the other way? I think be able to. I don't know. I don't think you can draw above that side. I mean, you definitely could,
Yeah,
but I would not recommend it.
you got to really use some outside and a really smooth stroke. I think he stuns into the rail and comes 2 rails back. He does, but it's going to get a little funny. Does he play this into the side pocket? No.
Well, if he does, I think his cue ball's tracking kind of this direction, so I think he might.
It's a, wow.
Wow, what a shot!
Hit so well.
Kind of close there. So this 10 ball mon's gonna.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to
maybe
be
follow.
a concede from John. That was such a great match. Both players hit some really, really nice shots. Ultimately, Mon came out. That 8 ball on the side was touchy.
Yeah.
All right.
Well-
Well, if people are watching from the 128th area, don't forget tomorrow night there will be a 9-ball tournament here. I think it starts at 7:00. Sign-ups are happening around 6:30. So if you want to go check out this venue at 128th Billiards Sports Bar in Everett, it's a great tournament, and you might get a chance to see how tight this table is and match up against them on.
Cool. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in.
Yep. Thanks, Brett Miller. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll catch you guys next Monday. If you want to match up in your local venue with EvoSports, if it's a place we haven't done yet, shoot either Zach or I a message, and we'll get something rolling for next week. All right. Till then, y'all.
All right. See you all next week.